everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do another bracelet tutorial today. So I have 5 colors and I have like kind of shades of them. So I kind of have these 2 and these 2. And then I have my background color, which I'm going to use black. So let's start by getting our strings ready. So if you look at the pattern, we're going to have 4 black strings. So I'm going to take it in one hand and pull out down my arm and then across my other arm. This is called a wingspan length to there, like that, and then I'm going to cut it here. And then since this is a wingspan, we're going to fold that in half, and that's going to be how long we're going to make each of our strings. So this is actually 2, but we have 4 black strings, so I'm going to do this one more time so that I have 2 long ones that make 4 normal size. So now I have these 4 here, and the actual lengths of this will be in the description if you want to look for a specific length. And then we have 1 strand of each of our other colors. So I'm going to take the next color and line it up with this side. And this is not a wingspan, this is just one normal length. So just line it up with that up to here. And that's it for that one. And then we'll do the same with each of the other colors. I now have all my strings cut, so you should have 4 with colors and 4 with black. Then I'm going to tie a knot at the top of my bracelet, so I'm going to take it between my 2 fingers, wrap it around this way, and then bring it back up through the center. And then I usually do about like 4 fingers of length here. And then I'll tape it down and we'll get started on the pattern. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is arrange my strings. So looking at the pattern, I have my lighter green on the left side, then 2 blacks, then my dark green, orange, 2 blacks, and then yellow. So I'm going to start on the right side here and grab the first 2, which is black and yellow, and do a backwards knot. So I have a complete video on how to do all of the knots, but just a quick overview. You're going to bring the leading string across this way, make a 4, and then bring it back through the middle and up, and then every knot is done twice. So we'll do that one more time, and then up. And then as you can see, those 2 switched places, so now the yellow went from being on the outside to over here. Move those over, take my next 2, which is black and orange, and we'll do a backward knot with the black over the orange. And then I come back to my yellow and orange right here, and then I'm going to do a backward forward knot. So the first half of this knot will be a backward, and then the second part of it is a forward, so we'll go back this way. Like that. So now they're back where they started. And then we'll do a forward knot with the yellow over the black on this side. So we'll go across that way, bring it back up and through, and then one more time because every knot is done twice, like that. And we take those 4 out of the way. We'll come back over here to the dark green and the black, and I'm going to do a forward knot with the black over the dark green. Perfect. And then I'll do a forward knot with the black over black. Forward knot black over orange. Forward knot black over black. And then forward knot black over yellow. Then finally I'm going to go all the way over to the other side and take my light green and do a forward knot over black. Then I'll do a forward knot over dark green, forward knot over black, then orange, black again, yellow, and then black. So that was pretty much just a candy stripe down with the light green. Now we're gonna do another candy stripe row, but this time with the black. So we'll go back to the left side and start with black over green. And then we'll do forward knots all the way down. And you should be alternating between doing knots over blacks and then over colors, just so you stay in line, but they should be all lined up like this. Now we're going to go to the left side and do a forward knot with dark green. Then a forward backward knot onto the orange string with the green. Then a backward knot. Then we're going to come over here and take the orange and the black and do a backward knot with the black over the orange. And make that backwards all the way to the edge. Then back into the center here and take the orange and the yellow, and we'll do 2 backward knots with yellow. And then do a backward forward knot with yellow. Then I'll come over here to the orange and the black and do a forward knot with black. And then another forward knot. And then to the orange and light green, I'll do a forward backward knot with the orange over the green. Then I'll go to the edge over here and do a backward knot with the black over light green. And then come in here and do a forward knot with the black over the orange. And then a forward knot over the black. Then I'm going to come back to this yellow over here and do a forward knot with yellow over black. And then a forward knot yellow over orange. Then a backward knot, black over yellow. Then I'll do a backward knot with the green over black. Then a backward forward on the yellow. And then a forward knot with the green over black. Now I'm basically going to do a candy stripe with black, so I'll start on the far left side and do forward knots all the way across. I'm going to go back to the left side and do another full row of forward knots with the green. Now I'm going to go back to the left side and do another row of forward knots with the black. Now I'm going to start over on the left side again, but I'll just do one forward knot this time. And then a forward backward knot on the yellow. And then a backward knot. Then I will do 3 backward knots with the black, starting with the black over yellow, then over black, and then over orange. Then I'm going to come to the center and do 2 backward knots with the light green. And then this last one will be a backward forward. Then I'm going to come over here and do a backward knot with the black over yellow. And then a backward knot with black over black. And then I'll do a forward backward knot with yellow over dark green. Then on this edge, I'll do a backward knot black over green. Then I'm going to come back over here and do 2 forward knots with this black. First one over yellow, second one over black. Then I'm going to come back to my light green in the middle and do 2 forward knots. Then I'll do a backward knot with the black over light green. And do a backward knot with green, and then a backward forward knot, dark green over light green. And then a forward knot, green over black. Then I'll go back up to the left side and do a row of forward knots with the black. Then I'm going to come back to the left side and do a row of forward knots with the orange. Then I'm going to do one more row of forward knots, starting with the black on the left side. I come back to the left side and do a forward knot with yellow. Then a forward backward knot. And then a backward knot. And then I'll do 3 backward knots with black. I'm going to come into the center with the 2 greens, and I'll do 2 backward knots with the dark green over the light green. And then a backward forward knot on the yellow. And then I'm going to come over here and do 2 backward knots with the black. First one is over the light green, and then second one over black. Then I'll go to these 2 colors and do a forward backward knot with the light green over the orange. And then on this far side, I'll do a backward knot with the black. And then I'm going to come in here and grab this black again, and I'll do 2 forward knots. Then I'll come in here, back to my dark green, and do 2 forward knots with the dark green. First one is over black, second is over light green. Then I'll do a backward knot with the black over dark green. Then a backward knot with orange, backward forward with orange, and then a forward knot. I'm going to go back up to the left side and do a full row of forward knots going down with the black. And I'm going to go back to the left side and do a row of forward knots with the yellow. Now I'm going to go back to the left side and do a row of forward knots with the black. Alright, now I'm going to go to the left side and just do 1 forward knot with green. Then a forward backward onto the dark green. And then a backward knot onto the black. Then I'm going to grab the black from in here and do 3 backward knots. Then I'm going to go to the center and do 2 backward knots with orange. And then a backward forward knot onto the light green. I'm going to get my black from in here and do 2 backward knots. Then I'm going to do a forward backward knot with green over yellow. And then a backward knot with black over yellow. Then forward knot, black over green. another forward knot. I'm going to come back to the orange and do 2 forward knots. And then a backward knot with black over orange. Then I'm going to come to this side and do a backward knot. Then a backward forward. And then a forward knot. Then I'm going to do a row of forward knots with the black. Then I'm going to go back to the left side and do a row of forward knots with the light green. Alright, now I'm done with that green, and the pattern just keeps repeating itself, as you can tell with each of the colors. Obviously the colors change throughout, but as you can see, this line of green matches up with this line of green that we started with. So if you want to rewind the video back to this point so that you can hear the instructions with the color, I can put the timestamp up here. The bracelet just keeps repeating itself, so I'm going to end the video here. And your next step would be a row of forward knots with the black and then start in on this section. But yeah, this bracelet was pretty fun to make. It's kind of small and not too difficult, not too many crazy knots. And I'm going to finish this up off camera. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I hope you guys all have a great day.